All right, good evening. Welcome back to another Total OS Today live for this Saturday night. Finishing doing laundry and prepping my paperwork for taxes. Do my taxes tomorrow. I think I never thought I would say this, but I think doing laundry is more fun than doing taxes. This is one of those good news, bad news. Tax time. No new computer this year. That's the bad news. The good news is I renewed my Comcast agreement for another year. So the channel and the live shows stay up for at least for another year. And yeah, so that's where we are with that. Hope all of you are doing well. We'll get into some news for tonight. We'll see if anybody drops into the chat. I do these shows at random times. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do and hit the notification bell so you know when I jump on. If you would like to contribute or sponsor a show, check out some links below in the show notes. We can do a show of your choosing of the topic. Whatever you like, family friendly, of course. And yeah, we can do it. So give me a minute or so to get situated here. I'll check the chat real quick and then we'll get started on some current tech news. All right, I refreshed the chat. Nobody in there yet. Hopefully, we'll have some people drop in tonight and make this more fun. By the way, the background music from my dad from his vault, music vault in Italia. Thank you, Dad. He was sending me those tunes during the pandemic lockdown. I feel like I'm back in Italy. The ocean breeze, the fresh caught fish, the pizza, the homemade wine. Man, that stuff knocked me out. All right, enough of that. For the Ubuntu fans out there, this is probably the most disappointing news of the year. There will be no Ubuntu Core desktop debut. Ba 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 boo. No Ubuntu Core debut. There will be no Ubuntu Core desktop debut here in April. I guess there's still too many bugs. This was supposed to be the first public immutable core desktop from Ubuntu for the masses. Very disappointing. I was curious to see how this would hold up to the king of the immutables, Chromebooks, of course. That sounds like a movie, like The Incredibles, now starring The Immutables with Chrome OS. Anyway, yeah, no Ubuntu Core desktop immutable whatever this year, it would seem. Very disappointing for myself because I was looking forward to this to see if this is any better, bug-free than the other Ubuntu desktop, which I do not use anymore. I'll be honest, I just got tired of the bugs and I got tired of the GNOME desktop. The GNOME desktop, I think there were two companies that do it well. Zorn OS does a terrific job, and I would say Pop OS, although they may be switching to a different desktop environment completely this year. Looking forward to that one. That sounds very technologically exciting. But for the Ubuntu fans wanting to test an all-immutable system, give it another year and then see where this goes. In the meantime, of course, you don't have to wait next year to use an immutable system, because Chromebooks just rock. Yeah, this is the king of the immutables. And I'll just tell you, I have yet to find a bug in these suckers. Just wonderful, wonderful piece of technology. Chromebooks and now Chromebooks Plus. All new Chromebooks get minimum 10 years of support. And no, this is not a sponsored video by Chromebook. I just like what I see as a Windows user, Linux user. So if you haven't already, if you are a Windows user, and maybe you're tired of Windows, maybe you're scared of ransomware, you should be, then check out a Chromebook and be, well, as 100% secure as possible. All right, I need to get a drink of water. I thought I had something here. I don't. My mouth's a little bit dry. Don't go away. I'll be right back. All right, I got myself a drink. I'm actually out of wine. I'm going to have to stop at Kroger's tomorrow, pick up some wine. Got to have the wine doing these shows, right? No fun without the wine. Okay, couple more news items, then I'll jump into the chat. So this is a blog here. It says Better Than Ubuntu, the best Linux distros for Ubuntu lovers. Why don't we take a look at this? So let's see, what do we have here? This is from itsfoss.com. All right, so official Ubuntu flavors, we know those. What else is here? Linux Mint, yeah, this is on my top 3, right up there with Chromebooks and Zorn OS for Windows users. Pop! OS, yeah. This is a good one from System76, one of the better implementations of the GNOME desktop. Let's see, KDE Neon. Have not messed with this one for a while. Elementary OS, it's been a while, don't use that. Zorn OS, probably the best GNOME desktop environment out there for Windows users. All right, let's see what else we have here. Linux Lite, yep, I've tested this in the past, another good one. Voyager Linux, Ubuntu based. Have a choice of GNOME or XFCE desktop. I haven't tested this one in a while. I think I liked it, but I can't remember it. God, I've tested so many over the years, it's hard to remember sometimes. I think I liked it, but yeah, if you want something simpler and faster, as it says here, go with the XFCE desktop. Fern OS, I haven't tested this one in a while. I believe this one's loaded, if I remember. Rhino Linux, know nothing about this. This is a unofficial variant. Rolling release, okay. And Ubuntu DDE Remix. This is from Deepin Linux. Don't care for that at all. I remember, this is not a joke. One time, going to install Deepin Linux, it required a minimum 60 gig of hard drive space. Congratulations, Deepin. You just beat out Windows for the most bloated system out there. That is not a joke. That's what it said, so I don't. Strange times, my friends. Anyway, so that's it for that, our 60 gigs. What the bleep? All right. How's the stream look here? Are we in the green? We are in the green. Okay, we're in the green. Last article. Well, Steve Jobs would have been 69 today. This is from MacRumors.com. We all know the history of this extraordinary gentleman. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak founded Apple in 1976. I didn't realize it was that long ago. To produce the very first Apple computers, revolutionizing the personal computer, building one of the most building up to one of the most famous commercial launches in history, the Macintosh, in 1984. He was fired from the job a year later. Rehired in 1997 to save Apple from oblivion. This part's true. I remember they were going nowhere next to Windows. Of course, Linux wasn't even an afterthought back then. Returned in 97, basically saving Apple with the iPod. then the iPhone and iPad, and that is the legacy of Steve Jobs, extraordinary gentleman. I guess Steve Jobs once said, "We are here to put a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why else even be here?" Amen, Steve. Amen to that. Extraordinary talent. But yeah, Steve Jobs would have been 69 today. Founder of Apple. Extraordinary. All right, let me take another sip of, what do I have here? Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'll jump in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. Diet Dr. Pepper tastes very good. All right. Hey, Joey, ba 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 boom. Says, hi, Carm, bit under the weather. Uh-oh, hope you're okay, my friend. You will stick in the chat tonight. That's fine. No camera for me tonight, just my mic. Dennis, hello, how are you? Hello, hello. Celeron, where the wild roses grove? Grove? Sounds like a song. How are you? Nemo is in the house. We have found Nemo. Wasn't that a movie? Finding Nemo? Hello, Nemo. Hi from Solus. Really, Solus? Of all the Linux-based systems out there, why Solus? I am curious. Joe says 60 gig equals Chinese spyware. It very well may be, but that just gave me a chuckle. And you guys think Windows is too bloated? Pfft, please. Speaking of Windows 11, I still have Windows 11 installed on two 10-year-old plus machines, and it is still rocking. I don't know how Microsoft really did it, Joe, but they have done it. It's, it's not blazingly fast, of course, on outdated machines, but yeah, it still works. I might pick up, I was thinking about buying, I don't have the budget I'm doing my taxes tomorrow, but I won't have the budget this year to pick up a full-fledged new desktop, but I may pick up a used ThinkPad. Something that is capable of running Windows 7, Windows 11 without any hacks. So I may look at a used ThinkPad on Amazon or eBay. Anyway, oh, you're running MX23KDE, really, Joe? Okay. Yeah, I installed that on my older ThinkPads that had Windows 7 on it, and 32-bit. It seems okay. Just for very basic stuff, Celeron processors, you're not going to do much. But yeah, MX is good. MX is good on the ThinkPad T61 something. It had Windows 7 on it, but yeah, MX is good. Don't know if it's for beginners, but it's fine. All right. Nemo says 16 gigabyte eMMC and only 13 gig max, minimal CPU usage. Very good. Okay, so I guess Solus is lightweight. I'm not too familiar with Solus lately, but if it works, use it. Yeah, Joe, ready for Windows 11, terminating ability to run old systems by removing workarounds. I don't know if it affects systems like mine that have already installed Windows 11. I have heard of it. I'm not going to defend Microsoft on this, but to be fair, what I've done with the workaround is not exactly secure. So the only way for Windows 11 to be as secure as possible is to not do the workarounds and to install it on the machine that has all the requirements to install Windows 11. I like to be fair here, even though I don't like saying that. I wish Windows 11 didn't do that, or Microsoft didn't do that, but I get it why they are. Mixed feelings. Do I have a problem with it? I would have to say no at this point. So, Yeah, security updates will not be available. Yes. So, if that is the case for real, where I have already installed Windows 11 and Microsoft stops security updates on systems that already have it, that part is dumb. 100%. Now, if it meant from now on you cannot install Windows 11 on outdated machines from now on, I would be cool with that. But what are you going to do? If that's the case, then I will not be using Windows 11, at least on the internet. I would just stick to my Chromebooks, Linux Mint, and then when I'm ready to buy a new desktop, of course, Windows 11 pre-installed, then it won't matter. Anyway, yeah. In the terms, it states that Windows 11, you don't own your PC. Okay, Nemo, I never read the freaking terms. It's just ridiculous. But, yeah. Yeah, I am not sure either whether this would affect non-compliant systems already running it or not. Like I said, since I have already installed it, it would be stupid just to say you're out in the cold. I think it'd be dumb, especially with the rampancy of ransomware. Of course, it doesn't matter, Joe. Even systems with modern hardware and Windows, they're still getting ransomware. I don't get that. Windows 11 has built-in ransomware in the system. Just turn the freaking thing on. But it is what it is. But if it's true, Joe, then yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll stick to Linux Mint and my Chromebook. I have yet to somebody around the world tell me that they've been hit with ransomware on a Chromebook. I'm hearing crickets, nothing. So for what it's worth, Chromebooks, thank you for being one of the most secure machines out there. Who knew that the Linux machine for the masses was under our noses all these years in a freaking Chromebook? And 10 years of support? Take that, Microsoft and Apple. So, yeah. Strange world. Yeah. Stranger Things. What's the name of that show? Stranger Things? Yeah. They should put the Chromebook in there. Stranger Things. See what I'm saying? Anyway. But yeah, if Microsoft stops the security updates with pre-installed Windows 11 like mine, then I won't use it. I'll just, like I said, I'm thinking about picking up a used ThinkPad for about a couple $100. That was originally $1,000, like 4 years old, 5 years old. That can run the Windows 11 natively, and that would be good enough for me. So that's it. That is the workaround for a Windows 11. Just buy a refurbished machine and you're good to go. Nemo says, have I watched the Scam Baiters? That's just on Linux. What is up with that? I have no idea what that means, my friend. When are you? Oh, yeah, Joseph. Oh, Carmine, when can you install Godfather Linux? Well, Godfather Dad is flying in April, Joe. I'll have to talk to Godfather Dad about Linux. Of course, if I say, Dad, what do you think about Linux? He'll say, what the freak is that? Linux, is that something I put in my pasta sauce? I should make a Godfather Linux themed desktop, right? You need to support Total OS and support the family, 'cause he's not too happy. Let's be reasonable here. You get all this entertainment for free, and you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, speaking of Dad, let's continue with the music. Anyway. But, yeah, I'm thinking about a used ThinkPad, so That is my workaround for a lockdown Windows 11. I have seen some good deals on Chromebooks and Chromebooks Plus lately. Yeah, awesome. Oh, yeah. What I am thinking of doing, Joe, thank you for mentioning my papa, when he flies in April, don't have the exact dates yet. We're still trying to get his movie out there. After all these years, as you well know, it has been an exhausting process. We are both mentally just drained, from the process. Of course, the pandemic did not help. So he's going to fly to New York. He says he has some leads to talk to people about, trying to get a deal to get his movie out there so you guys can finally see it. That aside, and I've been talking to someone in Florida actually who has contacts in the industry. That aside, when he flies in April, I'm going to see if we can do a live chat on YouTube, like Ask Dad About Hollywood chat or something like that. Yeah. Anybody watching can ask, what was it like to work with Tom Cruise, Sylvester Stallone, James Caan, Joe Pesci, Johnny Depp. It'll be a non-techie show, but maybe I'll do Ask Dad About Hollywood show. I'm sure he'll get a kick out of it, so maybe we'll do that. And maybe I'll throw in another sneak peek of his movie. We'll see. This is all just the top of my head, depending how he feels, so we'll see. And there you have it. There's a scoop. I've been looking at the T480s ThinkPads, Joe. Yeah, I think it's a T480. I think they came with either Core i5s or i7s, if I am not mistaken. Solid machines. So after I do my taxes tomorrow, I'll see where I stand. But yeah. If, like I said, if Microsoft really locks me out and I need to get something in the meantime, that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, Joe, my dad, I don't know where he gets the energy. He is always on the go. I think because he hasn't completed what he started with the movie. He wants to see this to the end. So either we get this out there or he will die trying. I mean, that's about as honest as I can get. So I'm hoping he gets to see the fruits of his labor. But God bless him, and God bless you and your family too, Jill. Thank you so much. So Hollywood is not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. It is a passion. The actor who plays the Master Chief on the terrific Halo TV series said, unless you have a passion for this business, then don't do it. And it's obvious he has a passion, because this guy came out of nowhere to be in a hit TV series. So, yeah. If you haven't already, check out Halo on Paramount Plus. The last episode, by the way, completely rocked. Awesome. Home run. And very sad episode. I won't spoil it, but it was awesome. Yes, Joe, it's what keeps him going. Vibrant and going. Yes, exactly. He called me the other day, full of fire in his voice. Hey, I'm talking to this guy, that guy, and this guy. And okay, I said, Dad, it's awesome. So we'll see where this goes. I actually got to give my contact a call. I'm too tired tonight. I'll give her a call tomorrow night. I think she's back from California or Arizona. But Yeah, it's a long journey. Hopefully one day it'll be fruitful. If there is anybody new watching, by the way, and would like to say hello, who's never said hello before, please do. Always great to hear from somebody new. I'll stick around for a little bit longer since we're here. Why not? It's too cold to go outside and play. We had snow today, and yeah, the heck with that. So as I stated, the last thing I installed, the last OS I installed to test was MX Linux on two older ThinkPads, and I liked what I saw. I don't really test as much as I used to. Distro hop, it's kind of pointless after so many years, but I was curious about doing something with these older ThinkPads, and they're just strong enough to jump on the web and, check the news, stream music, and stuff like that. So happy with MX Linux. Yeah, I've been looking into film festivals. I'm gonna hold off for now until he comes in April. Then we'll decide to go from there. The thing about these film festivals, even if my dad's film gets accepted, I don't know anybody there. So just to attend a few uh, film festivals can be rather expensive, and no guarantee that the film will be picked up. So I'm trying to avoid that because we've spent thousands of dollars already promoting the film, and then the pandemic hit. Uh, I won't say the money was a waste of time that we spent, but yeah, it can get pricey. That's why I haven't sent the film out there yet. So I'm getting an error on YouTube about the signal. Hope you guys can still hear me. I am green in OBS. It figures after I renewed my contract with Comcast. Oh, problem with the signal. It may be just YouTube and not Comcast. I don't know. But let me know if you guys can still hear me. And for those of you watching this podcast, there is my dad in a scene from The Godfather, 1972. He looks pretty dapper there, doesn't he? I think so. You can hear me. Okay, thank you, Joe. Thank you. Yep. Look into it more as I know the people who can help. Yeah. It's all about networking at this point. So, yeah. But hopefully when my dad comes in April or before, maybe I may have some good news. We'll see. You remember the scene? Yeah. Yep. That's the scene where those of you who have seen The Godfather, James Caan runs out. My dad's sitting on the bench. He yells out to my dad, "Get off your ass." That's what my dad is famous for. It's buffering now. Okay. All right. Not sure what's going on. It could be this 10-year-old PC too, so... Okay. Anyway. Yep, and the Carlos scene too. Yeah, thank you for remembering, Joe. Thank you. Exactly. So many good lines in the first one. A man who doesn't spend time with Ubuntu is not a real man. The joke, of course, the scene was a man who doesn't spend time with his family is not a real man. Let me refresh the chat here. All right. Okay, hopefully it's not buffering too much. Anyway, you look at the movie differently now that knowing your dad is in it. Ah, okay. Always checking closer for the background activity. Yeah, he's in at least 3 scenes. It may be more, but those for sure. Somebody should do a modern meme putting The Godfather next to a Chromebook. Spend time with the Chromebook family. All right. Put this over here, over there. All right. All right, I'll stick around just for a few more minutes, and then I'll wrap this up for this evening. See if anybody else wants to jump in the chat, and then we'll wrap it up. I need to find another podcast app for my phone since Google Podcasts is going away. Finally got your wish after all this time, an affordable Linux PC for the Mac. Yeah, I wish it wasn't a Chromebook, Joe, for the obvious reasons, but it is what it is. We talked about what would be a Linux PC for the masses, putting the politics aside. We agreed it would have to be something easy to use, lightweight, meaning fast, something affordable, $400. Very easy learning curve, free of bugs, viruses. Tick, 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 all the boxes for the Chromebook. I mean, yeah. So, you know, it just works. It really, the machines, they really are an underappreciated masterpiece. You know, they just work and they're affordable. 10 years of support. I don't know. It's hard to beat. Yeah. Yeah. The Chromebook, sure. For some people, Chromebook can be a start. They can move on from there if they want, if they have the time. You know, Linux offerings OEM, sure. Absolutely. I was surprised. Some time ago, I walked into my local Walmart, and this is not a tech town. This is basically a steel mill town bordering the Ohio River. 8 Chromebooks inside the Walmart. 8. Linux has arrived, folks, in the form of a Chromebook in a Walmart. Now, the people that work there probably have no clue for the crew of what the Chromebook does, but that's okay. The fact that they had it. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Yeah, Ubuntu has been around the OEMs for a while, just not advertised. I just don't care for the default GNOME desktop for the masses, Joe. It's just not that user-friendly. It just isn't compared to the easy Chromebook, the Chrome OS. And that's been disappointing. You know, I just cannot see myself without modifications. I cannot see myself using the GNOME desktop. It just doesn't click with me. Now, Zorn OS, Pop OS to a certain extent, yeah, it's probably something I might use every day, but other than that, the GNOME desktop is just not for me. Yeah, I need to see if my Amazon Fire tab is still working. It's around here. So I haven't used it in such a long while. But anyway, you agree? Yeah. Yeah, Cinnamon would have been better. KDE, I think XFCE would have been probably best. But yeah, Ubuntu chose the GNOME desktop, and it just never feels quite finished, And after all these years, well, I won't go there. But I could use Chrome OS every day. If I had to pick one GNOME desktop, Chrome OS is something I could use every day because it just works. It has the proper amount of extensions, and they don't break. But that would be it. So. Then it says, anyway, this is nice. Ascolta. That's in Italian, means listen. Yes, I am listening. Ascolta. Il mondo sta ascoltando Total OS Today. You know what that means? The world is listening to Total OS Today. I wish it was. I would have had dozens of new PCs by now if that was true. But thank you, Dennis. Il mondo sta ascoltando. That's your English, Italian lesson for this evening. There'll be a quiz tomorrow. Dennis says lo so. That means he knows. That's right. Questa sera è bellissima. Did you see the news where a guy on leave from prison couldn't get a ride? So he stole a truck full of Corvettes. That is a true news nonsense. Well, he got a ride in style. It's thank you, Joe, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dennis says it is 3:38. Dennis, where do you live again, if I may ask? The hour of 3:38. Are you in Germany? I don't remember. France? I think France, right? I don't remember. If you don't mind me asking. And thank you once again, Joe. Greatly appreciate it. With that contribution, I'm going to buy me my gallon of red wine tomorrow. I'm going to buy a gallon of Joey wine. Ba 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 boo. Speaking of Chromebooks, where's the Chromebook master himself? Where is Anselm tonight? I think he uses exclusively Chromebooks and nothing else, if I recall. Yeah, Tim Oliano Vino, yeah. And where's Tim tonight? I think he takes care of his mom too, so he's a family man. He's a real man, Joey. Show respect. Croatia, Istria, Vovino, Dennis says. So you live in all those places. Wow, you are a world traveler, aren't you? I wouldn't mind being at the Côte d'Azur right now. With the tall platinum blonde. And my Chromebook. Haha. No, just Vorinj. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. No, just Vorinj. Okay, it is a town. Okay. I'm actually looking that up now as we speak. Rovinj city in Croatia. Wow, that looks pretty. Yeah, very nice. Let's see. It is a 16-hour flight for me. Ooh, that's a long flight. So Rovinj is a Croatian fishing port on the west coast of the Istrian Peninsula. Ah. Well, judging by the picture, it looks very relaxing, romantic, beautiful. Very nice. Near Italia Trieste. Ah, okay. I'm getting my geography lesson tonight. So MX23 is on your main PC, Joe. Okay. The advanced hardware support is great. Issue with browsers crashing? Really? Of all the things, browsers crashing. Huh. I don't think I've ever had that problem. On my MX Linux, I installed... What did I install for browser? Falcon? I think it's called the Falcon browser. Oh, you got a new Wi-Fi card. Yeah, that might do it. Yeah. Yeah. That might do it. So Dennis, in Croatia, is Linux a big thing over there, or just more of a hobby for users? So you're on your test PC now with MX? Okay. Yeah, I think because all of my machines are at least 10 years old, really they're all kind of test machines, Joe. But hey, they run. This gateway still rocking. My Dell is still rocking. I keep them clean, cool, and dry, and I think that's why they run still. Yeah. All of the browsers are crashing. All of the browsers, really? I've never come across that. Yeah, yes, reach out to Dolphin. He may have an idea. Like I said, I use my MX ThinkPads very, very sporadically. You know, I actually keep one in the garage just to stream, you know, music and stuff, podcasts, but that's it. Yeah, so I don't really use them often enough to give any advice. Speaking of PCs, I guess mini PCs are the thing now, Joe, from what I saw on Amazon. And you can get a decently spec'd out machine for like $300. I mean, I don't know how long they're going to last. But yeah, it's mini PCs. No name mini PCs. Starting about $300, $300-$400. Yeah, that seems to be the thing now. It crashed with Mint on it. Oh boy. Yeah, it might be the Wi-Fi card. Yeah, if it's doing it on Mint, then something's up. Yeah. So Dennis, it is a hobby thing where you live. Okay, for Linux. Okay, very good. Here, people that don't have a clue. When I say Linux or Chromebook, they're like, they sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What is Linux? Yeah, one of the names for the mini PC is the Beelink. I know nothing about him, but that is one of the names. I think I'll probably just get a used ThinkPad just to be on the safe side. Well, the Beelink I saw briefly on Amazon, whatever the one that was like $300, the RAM was 16 gigs. It may have been less of a terabyte SSD. But again, just like window browsing is what I saw. But I thought they were decently spec'd for the price. Can't believe how small they are, too. Amazing. All right, so let's do this. It is 10 till 10 local time. I'll stick around till 10 o'clock, and then we'll wrap this up for tonight. I want to get up a little bit earlier tomorrow and get all the tax work ready to go and do that tomorrow. I heard a rumor that 309 for that model. Okay, Joe. All right. I heard a rumor that the Taylor Swift Kelsey romance may be on the rocks. She has, I read, not that I care, she has strict rules. Oh, whatever. Oh, speaking of that, I just got a notification. This is... Let's see what the news break says here. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce is leaving Taylor Swift in Australia. Oh well, don't know if that's good or bad. Let's see, a question. You have told me that you use Spectrum 48 or Commodore 64. No, I don't. As far as older machines, Dennis, it's been pretty much ThinkPads. I think I may have mentioned the Commodore 64 on one of the live shows, but I do not use that. All right, so you have an AS Rock built in 2016. Oh, well, that's fairly old now. Yeah. Yeah, the machines are definitely getting smaller. You know what I miss, Joe? I miss the Ubuntu podcast. Those guys got along great together. It was a short podcast, 30 minutes to the point, a few jokes sprinkled in here and there. Of all the tech podcasts, that was the only one I made it a point to catch every week. I used to listen to the Linux Mint podcast, Mintcast, but not the same. It's the podcasts are rather, well, they're not really exciting to listen to. So that's why when I do podcast shows like this, I try to be entertaining, enlightening and entertaining. I try to be didactic. So yeah, many good times back then. Yes. It was great having Slim Man during the pandemic lockdowns here on the channel. He was a hoot, and he just released an album, new songs last fall. He's working on something new, so he's back in the swing of things. But those are fun too. Great talent, jokester. That's what I miss. All right, I want to wrap it up in 5 minutes. So if any other questions, comments, anybody new watching, have a question or a comment, please ask. I miss having Stephanie on also. Yeah, he was very entertaining. Yeah. If you haven't already, check out his website, and he puts out a bi-weekly newsletter of what's going on, his gigs, and anything new and stuff like that, jokes. But yeah, very entertaining man. Yeah, I had the pleasure, as you know, of uh, meeting Stephanie. She came up here to visit in the summer of 2019 before the pandemic. She did a few gigs here in town and one in Pittsburgh. She's just as nice in person as she is on YouTube. Wonderful personality, sense of humor, great vibe, beautiful voice, beautiful person. I was planning on bringing her back the following year. I was talking to the mayor and some other guys. I was talking to one of the guys from a band called Crack the Sky, you may have heard of. They've been around since '75. They live across the river, and anyhow, I was planning on bringing her back and putting her on the main stage downtown, on the amphitheater. Anyway, then life got in the way and the pandemic, and never happened. I think that would have been awesome. Yeah. Take care, Dennis. It was great to have you here. And thank you for stopping in at 3:30 a.m. your time. Thank you so much, my friend. Take care. Ciao. Ciao. But yeah, Stephanie is definitely one of a kind, no doubt. Yeah, she was stranded overseas a couple years, and anyway, I think we all miss her. If my dad can get a deal with the movie, then I'll try to get in contact with her, maybe bring her back. So, on me. So, because she deserves it. All right, so it's almost 10 o'clock local time. So, Joe, I think we'll wrap this up for tonight, Joe. So, great having you here and everybody else who joined in. Just a random chat for this evening. I wish we would have had more people on, but this is good. Always great to catch up. And, yeah, so I'll do this again sometime. Take a look at B-Link USA Official on Amazon. Many vendors use a similar name and are third party. B-Link USA Official. Got it. Thanks for the tip. B-Link USA Official. Okay. Yeah, I know nothing about them, but like I said, I saw the hardware and the prices and quite reasonable. Yeah. But I think I might get another ThinkPad, so we'll see. All right, Joe, my dear friend, take care. Keep in touch. Thank you for stopping by. Of course, everybody else, thank you for stopping by. Those of you who came in late, watched this late, you can replay this, and you guys know how to reach me. So, as my friend Slim Man would say, it's all about the love, and the world could use more love. Amen to that. Take care. Ciao.